Hello everybody and welcome back to Banished. Join us here in Summit's Burn for part 11. We have our carrot field here. What are builders doing? You're working. So you're working on this thing. Courthouse. I forgot about the courthouse actually. It has been a couple of days since I recorded anything on here. So if I've forgotten something, please bear with me. I'm sure I'll remember it during the process of this episode. A bit of a little road there. Get something in here. I'm thinking a little park section would be quite nice. Not strictly speaking necessary, but we'll see what we can do. Thinking... not a planter. Oh, the rain has stopped, that's nice. I have my volume turned up quite loud, hopefully that doesn't portray back into the video, but for me it is annoyingly loud. Decorative crop plants, don't know why you'd want that. And we've got benches and things here. How about a small pond? It's not going to fit in nicely. That one's not going to fit there at all. How about a fountain? Let's see what different kind of fountains we've got. I don't really want a fountain, I kind of want a pond. How about if I place a pond right there? And put a bench. And kind of, I don't know what I'll put benches here. If I've got one there, I'll want one next to it too, like so. And just put the road along here, and like this. I can also build a little bit of a road along here. Kind of an awkward bit to see. There's something along those lines. And I'll not put that there. Let's go back into decorative and see what else we can get. I've got some benches, got a pond which is ready to be built. Don't think we need a campfire. Well, that's quite nice. Not sure if that particularly makes sense for a park area like this. Front of the courthouse, wouldn't imagine so. Punishment is something that would definitely be in front of a courthouse. What kind of punishment would we like here? Some gallows, and over here I think I've already got a hangman's noose. Ah. That would be quite nice. I'll make my path along here. Autosave obviously, yep. Fill in all this area with path. Bench is ready to be built, some of our punishments are ready to be built, but we need some trees. We need the orange tree. Was that a maple tree? Put one there, and we'll put one there. Kinda maybe a bit strange having a tree right next to where people are being beheaded, but what can you do? I do need some kind of planter for underneath our trees, like so. And we need to hire another courthouse. I'll turn it off just now. We have our church with plenty of people in it, 69 people. Only one person in our cemetery. This is quite nice to see some food coming in. Do we have a second bison yet? No, we don't. That's kind of annoying. So, do still need to put the walls along here as well, actually. It's maybe something I can do. Put in a few walls like so. Let's see what happens with that. Our builders have 19 things to construct. I'm going to give them some more roads to build. Where are the sandstone roads? Is that them? Just to match the other side there. I haven't missed any from around the edges. I do need to do a little bit more decorative work in the castle here. But that'll do for now. Getting some nice paths put in. The supply of logs is low. It's not that low. There is still a stack of them there. So there's plenty for the builders to be getting on with. Not sure what they're getting on with. Somebody is building... I wish it wouldn't follow them by default. Somebody's building our pond here, which is nice to see. When was the last time you spent a quiet moment just doing nothing? This morning, actually. And we've got one of our benches up. So it'll be a nice seating area to throw your tomatoes at the people in the punishment. Our trees are up, which is nice to see. I think our tunnel actually did get finished. We're still running short on population, annoyingly. Let me just check with our census and see what it's saying. So we have 28 homes, 24 families, so we shouldn't have a problem with adults. We've got 19 children on the way. 6 students as well. So I think students are in school for around 10 years, I think. It makes them considerably more productive. And I'm getting some food in here, that's quite nice to see. Did I not put paths down here? I am sure I put a path in along here. Yeah, you can see a bit of it there. Oh, we'll see what the builders get on with. They're almost out of things to build for once. So next year we should hopefully have another 2 labourers to do the second carrot field. Food is going up, which is nice to see. I do like it when food goes up instead of down. But I'm going to take this opportunity of rather nothing to do. Oh, somebody died. Fernandette the Gatherer has died of old age. That's unfortunate, so I'll... Obviously they got immediately replaced. Apparently. Gatherer's hut. Okay, so it just goes down 1. That's perfectly fine, I suppose. I'll let my builders finish the 4 tasks they have left to do, which I have no idea what they are. They're building roads just now, so I don't mind that too much. It'll make food production slightly quicker. But what I would like to do is build a little house here for these guys. But I'll do that at a later year. I'll just leave them constructing whatever it is that they are wanting to construct just now. Still need to fix the frequency of that autosave. Every 5 minutes just seems a little bit too much. Just slightly. A little bit irritating. What is in our trading post? We have a reasonable amount in here. 320 worth of leather. So that's not too bad. Our church has 70 members, so apparently it's gone up one. Gonna have to at some point think about a second cemetery, but I think we'll get a couple of years out of it yet. But I'd like to make an announcement. I'm currently recording this on the very same day that it will be published, and that is the 22nd of March. This day, in case you're watching this video at a later point, is actually a Thursday. On Saturday, there will be a brand new series released. One I am particularly quite excited about. It's with a game that I am thoroughly enjoying playing. It is a game that is not overly popular. It's still in its alpha settings, I suppose, alpha testing. But it is a very good game called Medieval Engineer. I'll be releasing that game on Saturday, and I will be putting out 5 episodes on Saturday. That is not going to be the continuous schedule. There will not be 5 episodes of that every day, because that would just be impossible to keep up with that schedule. But on Saturday, to give the playlist a boost, because I am thoroughly excited about that playlist, I will be putting 5 episodes out. So food looks like it's sitting steady. Do we have a trader this year, or are we now down to every second year? There is a trader on his way. Good to know, I suppose. Now, we've got quite a bit of glass. Or materials, I should say. It shows us glass. What are we struggling for? We're struggling for coats. And we'll see if this trader that's coming has any more seeds. We can maybe put a different seed in this field for next year. Or if he has another bison, that would be nice. I'm going to name this bison Brian. Brian the bison. Hopefully Brian doesn't die. This has not produced anything. And the reason I have a worker in it is to keep the bison alive. I'm not sure if that even makes a difference, or if the bison will just live anyway. Or maybe they'll have some tree seeds, so I can plant some nice trees in the area. A couple of orchards on the go. But we're certainly not struggling for food. I'm a bit disappointed that we've not had any nomads yet. And we've got spare houses. Not sure why we're not getting nomads. We've got spare houses. Have everything that is needed. Plentiful amount of food that was properly obtained through the correct channels, of course. Now, what can I build? I'm kind of tempted to start working on some luxury goods. This is where to buy. I don't have the seeds required for that. What about a mine of sorts? That could maybe work. A gem mine. Precious mine. This needs to be put on a cliffside, so I could actually put it right here. That's maybe something worth doing. So that'll get us some precious items. And a waterside method of harvesting precious ore such as gold and silver. A water sluice sorts that separates precious materials by weight. So there's our trader. Let's see what he has to offer. 5 pub meals. Well, 50 pub meals. No. No, I don't want anything from you. I dismiss you. You have nothing I need. Leave me. You have been rejected. So, no idea how many planks we've got. We've got 16 lumber in there. None in there. And lumber. 48 ass. We've got plenty. Absolutely plenty to build this. What are we running low on? Logs again. And 37 logs. What is the problem with our logs? Why are you struggling? Is it because some of your area is not plantable? That is potentially the issue. So what I'll do is... No, I won't do that actually. I won't do that at all. So, how are you coming along? 224 carrots. You should have no problem clearing this field by the end of the year. And once we get another 2 workers, we'll get this built. I have no idea what those last 5 jobs for the builders. This is obviously 1. Or 2, or however many that counts as. And there's quite a few paths left to finish off. Which does increase speed, as you can tell by people walking on it. If you watch this child here, gets slow over the one bit of path that isn't there. I think there's a problem with that bit of path actually. I couldn't place a bit of path there or something, wasn't it? Yeah, no idea what that's about. Let me just force terrain flattening. See if that makes a difference. Maybe there's a slight hill there or something. Let's see if that helps. It has. There we go. Obviously there was a bit of a hill there or something. Nice big rock here. It does kind of take away from the fact that we have cut a hole in the landscape to make room for our path here. So we're slowly covering this in. So you're just needing built now. 3 workers for 5 jobs. Have you actually managed to be productive whatsoever? And duck meat. I suppose you're not the least productive person in the town. That would be the builders. They're terrible. Still no labourers, which is unfortunate. We've got 8 students though, and someone else has died. Graydon, the fish farmer, has died of old age. I'm actually somewhat thankful that we have people dying of old age rather than of any kind of disease or starvation or the cold or anything like that. But our first generation settlers are now starting to die, which is unfortunate. So probably time to think about another cemetery. So a transparent cemetery, a fenceless cemetery, and just a regular cemetery. So if I fill this space like so, and then rotate it, and then pause it, because I don't want it built just yet, because we still have 6 slots in our small cemetery over there. But our carrot production, I don't know, reasonable. That's okay. It's another 1,000 food a year. That'll be another 2,000, and then this guy should be producing quite a bit as well. He's making more this year than he did last year, which is to be expected. So how are these coming along? I can upgrade them to a deep stone and salt mine, but I'll need candles. I should probably actually look at what is needed to make candles. Where can I put this? I can put this over here somewhere. That fits in quite nicely right there actually. That's what I'll do in fact. It can be placed right there. And then I can build another nice clean courtyard around it. Like so. And this can disappear up the back there for no apparent reason whatsoever. So we'll get the builders working on that one too. And make some candles so we can make our mines a bit deeper. If nothing else, we can trade off the spare candles too. It does mean that there's going to be a fight for beeswax though. How's our logs coming along? They're not. Why are they not cutting down more trees? You're suffering with the trees. That is unfortunate. There's no reason for you to suffer. There's quite a lot of trees here. I think I'm going to need another, was that, a forester lodge somewhere. Yeah, I'm okay with that, to be perfectly honest. So, over 1,000 carrots out of this field. Let's see when they've finished taking the last of the carrots off. So this produces 1,292 carrots a season. That is quite a lot. I'm reasonably happy with that. I am tempted to run this path actually. Country road from there. And we want it to come all the way along the waterfront here. Like so, up to that point. So there's a nice clean path around the edge of the water. Sort of like how we've done here. It's not built yet. I don't know what's taking you so long with that one. You're just waiting on lumber. You're waiting on builders. World's most useless people. The builders in this game. Logs are an issue. Logs are a problem. What's the matter with you? No materials required to work with. Right, so you've actually run out of logs. Oh dear. Well, there are trees getting cut down. Okay. What's the builders doing? Just children. And there's an older builder. The supervisor and 2 apprentices. That'll be what the problem is. Supervisor's 55 years old and the 2 apprentices are still in their nappies. That is the way of the world, I suppose. So, you still gathering salt. I can actually stop this. Give myself a labourer. That doesn't seem like a necessarily bad thing to do. How did this field do in the end? Did it change any? 1292. That's pretty reasonable. Our happiness is full, health is full, so we're doing alright in this map. It's nice to see. Nice to see. To see is nice. So everyone's moving quite quickly. Not sure what the labour is actually going to end up doing, but for now, nothing. Still not got any nomads. 28 homes and 23 families, 73 citizens in total. Production. May have an issue with production there, with the logs. Right, so I'll get 1 builder in there. Let's see what happens with that. See what it brings in. Inventory. I'll leave it as it is for now. See what this produces. Blueberries. Fair enough. I'm not saying anything about that. We got our lumber that's required for this, so as long as we don't use any more wood, which we shouldn't because our stored fuel is quite high. So based on that, I will stop work here and got one worker in there and one worker in there. That gives us another labourer that's going to be working here when it eventually gets built. Hopefully that'll be this year. We're only in early winter. So 3 out of 5 things left to build. 2 for that, 1 for the planter and 2 for the cemetery, I would expect. Knowing this game, they will instead focus on paths. Because, why not? Disappointed about the lack of nomads. I was really hoping for some. $29 out of 55. I need some nomads. Is there anything I can do that would improve my chances of getting nomads? Oh, I have carrots and bison. All these things that we don't have. But food is okay. I've not spawned in any more food after the last time, which I said I would not do. So that's pretty decent. Obviously this field has in fact saved a lot of people's lives. And next year hopefully the trader will come with something interesting. Have you produced anything of use yet? No, you haven't. And I will get 1 worker in there to create some beeswax candles. And the reason for that is I will need to deepen these mines soon. But what I'm actually going to do is go in here and inventory beeswax. Don't want you to have any beeswax anymore. So I want you to take your 180 away and go and give it to the candle maker guy. Because once he starts producing beeswax, you will instead be trading candles. You've run out of materials, but you have materials. Well, in that case what I'll do is I'll turn this one off and sack you. And you can work in the mine, hopefully producing something better than blueberries. So builders don't have anything left to build, which is not true because I'm going to unpause this and tell them to work on that. So food is dipped down just a little touch. I'm okay with that. No one is living in our boarding house. So they'll get to work clearing this area, which looks like there's trees and mushrooms and all sorts of nice goodies in there. I don't want a brick road, I want this road. I want it to come down to there for now and along like that. Something like that. I probably overlapped on that corner, but that's fine. 56 stone it will need, that's fine. 12 children, well 12 students, 19 children. Nice big cemetery next to the church I think will look quite nice. Well, I think it may be almost time to expand into this area here. I gonna have to put a wall all the way along there. Above, so they can walk through that wall anyway. Did they build that wall? They did indeed. I just walked around it and where you were. So we're now waiting on the stones to be delivered. I think they're coming down just now. Maybe not. Still need 2 labourers. I was hoping to get them this year to get this field up and going. 12 students in total. I think you can take 20 in that schoolhouse, I think. Food looks stable. Iron looks reasonable. Iron ore is not a bad thing. Let's check here for inventory. Looking for iron ore. Iron ore 471. Plenty of iron ore. Could probably get the is it that guy? Small iron smelter. Probably get them back on the go. Yeah, I need labourers for that. So you almost got all your stone. You couldn't have taken one more piece? Well, someone did. So we're in winter. Still no labourers, but we did get quite a lot of things built. How are you coming along? Not produced anything. It's really useful of you. Have you produced anything? Still just blueberries. You need to pull the finger out on that one. I don't really want to expand over this way too much. Maybe a row of houses and that would be it. Nothing on this side of the church. Where are the builders? There's one. It's just a wall you're building, it shouldn't be too difficult. So we're going to let our logs build up a little bit. I think. Resource of logs is running low. We're going to leave our timber taking over. We're now in late winter. None of our students have come out yet. I actually need students to come out because I've got all these jobs that are not being done. I could actually be doing with sheep as well. Has Brian got a girlfriend yet? No, he doesn't. Don't know how long students are in school for. We still have plenty of houses though, don't we? Yeah, 5 empty houses. They don't actually look empty. All the chimneys are going. So I don't know where these 5 empty houses are. Well, couldn't use to. What, 74? You're not going to last very long. That's the problem with having too many houses, is you get split families, which is not what you want. You want to try and force people to be together if they want a house. There is the cemetery built, so I'm now going to reduce it down to 1 builder and carrots. Workers disabled at this location. There we go. So who's the other 2 farmers then? Would it be these guys? Yeah, it'll be them guys. How are you getting on with being 1 man down? It's still pretty reasonable. But now food should not be an issue whatsoever. Should be pulling the food in like you wouldn't believe. I do want my builder to continue building roads though. I'd like that road around there. And let me just see here. Go for another wall. From there along to, I don't want it that long, so I'm going to go for 3. That will, oops, did I put a wall there? I do certainly hope not. Hopefully that wasn't a wall I just placed. But there's some walls to build in there. You're a builder? You're a vendor and you're just randomly chopping down a tree. Obviously you needed some wood. Kids playing in the empty cemetery. You walking through the cemetery? And there's going to be... oh, we got one of our labourers. So, where do we need someone? Where are we short on people? We'll hire someone in here again. So we'll get some fuel on the go again. I'll turn this off because it's not needed just now. Have you produced anything yet? Gold ore. A gold ore. Well, I kind of want you to find the gold ore wherever it's hiding. Can you not trade gold? Gold ore. Why don't you take that in, because I imagine that would be worth quite a bit. 10, really? Melting house converts gold into usable gold, gilder and silver pennything for trade. Okay, let me do that. So back to inventory. Where did I find that gold? Don't want any. Change my mind. So there's 4 jobs for the builder to do. One of which is obviously building the wall, which is the city boundary wall. Nice big long straight line. But that is just the way it's got to be for now. Food production's not dropped below 70 this year, but we're in early spring, so that marks the end of the episode. Not sure how long we were in early spring for, but just noticed. So, if you're enjoying this episode, then please leave a like, and don't forget to comment if there's anything you would like to add. And it does seriously help if you subscribe to my channel. It would be very much appreciated, and you will get notified of all the sorts of new and exciting content that is coming out soon. So if you enjoy my content, subscribing would be the best choice for you, because it lets you stay up to date on what the channel is doing. But thanks for watching, and I will see you again next time. Bye for now.